Hello everybody! Today I'm going to prepare vegetable soup. What I really like about soups is that you can use all your fantasy and you can even use everything that is left in the fridge and it generally turns out tasty. I will use green beans and cabbage today, as well as some parsley and some onion. I will also add red lentils and some rice flour noodles, because these two keep me satiated a little bit longer. So I generally recommend that whatever kind of vegetable soup you're preparing, you also add some beans or some lentils and a kind of carbohydrate. This could be potato, it could be a kind of noodle, or it could be even rice. So I will head over to the kitchen and let's get started. As soon as the oil is hot, you add the onions. With the onions, you also add a few spices. You can add a little bit of coriander seeds. You can add a teaspoon of caraway seeds. And you can add a teaspoon of light mustard seeds. Once the onions are fried, you add the cabbage and the green beans. Then you add approximately half a cup of red lentils. You add 1.5 teaspoon of coriander powder, 1.5 teaspoon of curry powder. If you like your soup a little bit spicy, you can also add some chili flakes. You mix everything well and then you add water. I already heated the water. Depending on how liquid you like the soup to be, you add more or less water. Then as a last step for now, you also add some salt and then you cover the soup and let it cook. Now, as you can see, the lentils have dissolved and the vegetables became quite soft. You generally want to keep the vegetables as hard as possible, because the longer you cook them, the more of the vitamins will get destroyed. But of course it should also have a texture that you enjoy eating. And now that the heat is already switched off, you can add the parsley. If you use rice or potatoes, you would of course add them immediately with the vegetables so that they have time to get soft. If you use rice pasta that you bought at the supermarket, you would add it a few minutes before the soup is ready, around 5 minutes. I prepared rice flour noodles myself. This is an Indian rice flour noodle called idiyappam. I will make a separate video on how to prepare these. These are steamed and they're already done, so I don't need to cook them. I will just add them now so that they get warm. And once they're warm, the soup is ready to serve. Okay, the soup is ready and I'm going to try now. Let's see how it tastes. It is really tasty. So this will keep me satiated because, as I said earlier, it contains the carbohydrates as well as the plant-based protein from the lentils. In the combination with the carbohydrates, it is even easier for the body to use this plant-based protein. You also have a lot of fiber. Whatever kind of vegetable you use, it definitely comes with fiber, which is good for your gut microbiome, and it is good for your blood sugar level and for many other things, for your immunity, for example. So try the soup, have a look in your fridge, check what is left, and I'm sure you will come up with a very tasty soup. Enjoy and see you next time. Bye bye!